Hello, Gemini. This is going to be a reading for March 21st through 27th, 2022. Today, as I presently am recording, is the spring equinox. It's Sunday, and it is the first day of Aries season, the first week of spring. This reading is for. So, I've already pulled some cards for you. In the nature of moving into spring, I thought I would do something a little different. We're taking a look at things in yourself that we're shedding. So the old self, the self we're shedding, new growth within ourselves that we are presently growing and sprouting, the connection between the two, what connects the kind of the transformation, and then the outcome of that transformation. So Gemini. So for your old self, let's dive right in. We have the Ace of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands. I do want to say, as a little segue, we have 3 wands here in your reading. So either a lot of other people are involved. This could also just be pointing towards, if you're looking for love, I'm going to jump ahead here. If you are if you are looking for love, it feels like it's available to you this week. Or at least you are open to it this week. You're opening to it, moving into your new self here. For those of you not looking for love, it feels like there's a lot of kind of other energies involved here with your changing self. Whether that means that they are outside annoyances and they annoy you, or whether they're supportive. Knights can be a little annoying, in my opinion, but not always. Sometimes they're lovely, like the Knight of, they're all lovely. They can be lovely, especially in your new self here. We have the Knight of Cups, and he can be super lovely. He can also be terrible, but with your cards here, he looks lovely. So anyway, I'm gonna reel it back in. So anyway, the self that you're shedding, we have the Ace of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and it seems like it could be like a holding on to, especially with your connector card here, holding on to a truth and letting it drive you forward. This is sort of a self that you're coming from, which isn't necessarily a bad self to be coming from. Just because we're shedding it doesn't mean it's bad. It means it's transforming into something even grander, and it's evolving. It's an evolution. That's what I should be saying, like calling this. It's an evolution within ourselves. So you're definitely holding on to, like, it seems as though you got like some clarity, you got like a vision, you got some truth, and you're holding on to it. You're like, ooh, that's really good stuff. And you want to like move forward with it, but holding on to it is it's tough to move forward. So sometimes we have to let it out of the safety of holding on to it so that it can turn into something else, so that it can evolve and it can transform. So that's the energy that you're coming from. The connector here is the Seven of Wands, so it's actually just sort of more of that same energy. It's more of like of you're starting to feel like, oh, I want to stand up for these truths that I know to be true. Like I want to stand up for them. I don't want to hide. I don't want to hide them, and I want to be able to express myself and let people know that like, this is what I believe in, or this is how I feel, or this is so important. These values are so important to me that I'm going to defend them. So that's the connector here. And then moving into your new growth self, we have Justice, the Magician, and the Knight of Cups. And you guys can see it okay, right? Maybe if you have a big screen, maybe not. They're kind of dark cards, I understand. I also have a dark background to them. Anyway, Justice, the Magician, the Knight of Cups. So it's a really good feeling. And it actually is more of that same energy that actually looks more evolved. It really is an evolution here for you today, Gemini. So we have Justice, and it's just you taking that truth that you know, and it's like you're refining it, and not refining it, but you're organizing it into a place where you're like, okay, this is exactly what I believe in. Okay, all right. Okay, this is the truth. Because before it was just so new, right? And now you have like the tools with the Magician. You have the tools in order to like organize it, whether that, like, I'm doing it physically, but it's probably not going to be physical for you. It could be. But however it is that you feel comfortable organizing something so that it makes the most sense to you is sort of the energy that I'm getting here. And it's opening, I would say that it's like opening, whatever this is allowing you to feel safe sort of again. And it's like you're kind of opening up your heart because of that. And for those of you looking for love, that turns into this outcome of, we have the Knight of Swords, the Lovers, and the Six of Cups. And so obviously an opportunity, because you opened up your heart, for those of you not looking for love, your heart is opened for one reason or another. And if we approach things with love and not fear, and sure, I'm talking to myself here, of course. It feels like because of this change of self, you are moving into that space of being of approaching things with love instead of fear. And that's just opening up a place for you to reconnect with people, to connect with new people. And, we have this Knight of Swords here, so I would be careful a little bit of maybe some arrogance, but allow yourself to be driven forward with this love. Just don't get too prideful in the process. And that's what I have for you, Gemini. I like it. I like it for you this week, Gemini. Let's pull a Four Agreements card for you. See which Four Agreement would best help you get through the energies of the week. And we have, don't take anything personally. Ignore the opinions of others. And since you're stepping into your own truth here, and you're stepping into wanting to actually stand for what you believe in, that sounds like great advice. Whatever people do, feel, think, or say, don't take it personally. Others are going to have their own opinion according to their belief system, so whatever they think about you is not about you. It's about them. Super good advice for your reading this week, Gemini. I love it. Thank you, Gemini. As a reminder, this is a practice for me. For more on what that means, you can look in the description. Please subscribe and like and share with your kooky friends. I need team members in order to grow this channel, and I would love it if you would grow with me. So please join my team, subscribe. Thank you so much, Gemini. I will see you next week. Have a lovely week.